So what's up with onion juice regrowing hair? Honestly, it's a question I had never heard of before until recently. Decided to look into it, and go figure, yeah, there is a study on onion juice regrowing hair. I'm looking at it right now. Onion juice, a new topical treatment for alopecia areata. So what is this study about? What's the pros and cons? Let's get to it now. So the study involves 62 people in Bahgdad. They are diagnosed with what is called patchy alopecia areata. They're broken up into two groups. One group gets onion juice for 8 weeks. Another group gets tap water for 8 weeks. And I just want to point out the ages of these individuals because that kind of jumped out at me. So in the onion juice group, they ranged in age from 5 years of age up to 42 years, although the average age was 23. And in those who received the tap water, they ranged from 3 years of age up to 35 years old. And that age, their average age was 18. So essentially, they're looking at young people in this study. Now, the headline in this study that got all the attention, I saw a lot of people talking about this when I looked into this, is at about 6 weeks into this study, 87% of the people taking the onion juice had hair regrowth. That's what they said. And that is significantly more than those people who were using tap water. About 13% of those people actually saw some hair growth after 6 weeks. Now, this study sounds phenomenal on the surface, but I did read this study and I've got some questions, and I think there's also some problems with it that you need to be aware of before you try onion juice as a topical solution for your hair loss. Number one, what kind of onions did they use in that study? That's a really great question to ask. And to their credit, they actually do tell us that they're using Australian brown onions in this paper. The onions were chopped up and the juice, they say, was extracted using a blender. I wonder if they actually meant juicer in this, but I guess you could get onion juice from a blender. I also want to point out another question that you may be wondering about, and that is, how much onion juice did they actually use to regrow hair? And that is the $64,000 question. They do not mention a specific dosage of onion juice in this paper, although they do say that people use the onion juice 2 times a day for the 8-week duration of this study. Another problem with this investigation is the number of dropouts in this paper. So they say they started out with 45 men and women. However, 22 people dropped out for unknown reasons. They don't actually follow up and find out why they dropped out. However, that's almost a 50% dropout of the individuals in this study. That's huge. It would have been nice if we could find out why they dropped out. I'm wondering if maybe the onion juice was just too powerful for them and made their eyes water, perhaps. But unfortunately, that data is just not mentioned. Another big problem with this study, in my opinion, is that when I read the study, the first thing I wanted to know is, where are the before and after pictures? I wanted to see before and after pictures of what people look like before and after using onion juice to regrow their hair. And the study doesn't mention this. You would think that if it worked so great, they would take some before and after pictures, but they don't post them in this paper. Now, I get you're probably not going to see significant hair growth in about 6 to 8 weeks, but it would have been nice if they took some pictures and posted them in the study so we can judge for ourselves how effective this onion juice might be. So before and after pictures notwithstanding, the fact that about 87% of people showed improvements in hair growth in a short period of time is impressive. And that led me to ask this next question: where are all the other studies that have replicated this finding? And the answer to that is, there doesn't appear to be any. I couldn't find any other researchers who apparently tried to replicate this interesting investigation to see if onion juice really does regrow hair. So the big question is, does onion juice really regrow hair? And the answer is, I don't think we know yet. One study, in my opinion, does not matter. I like to see at least 3 investigations showing the same result before I would tend to give it any kind of credence. So if it worked for you, leave a comment below. But right now, I'm going to say the door is open, and I would like to see this study replicated to see if the same thing happens again.